Welcome to Express News. We give you top 100 news of the day. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday participated in the post-budget webinar on employment via video conferencing. While addressing the gathering on the occasion, PM Modi said that the government has provided skill training to more than 3 crore youth since 2014. PM Modi highlighted that telemedicine facilities are being expanded to all primary health centers through daycare, cancer centers and digital healthcare infrastructure. Government is taking quality healthcare to the last mile. PM Modi also said that the vision of investment in people stands on 3 pillars: education, skill and healthcare. Prime Minister reiterated that investing in people, economy and innovation is a theme that defines the roadmap for a developed India. India's Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar presided as chief guest at the annual convocation of Mata Harki Devi Group of Institutions in Odin, Haryana. Today, Vice President awarded the meritorious students of the institution. Addressing the students, Vice President said that education is the most impactful transformative mechanism to bring about big change, bring about equality, cut into inequities. Prime Minister of Guyana, Mark Phillips, arrived in New Delhi for the World Sustainable Development Summit 2025 on Tuesday. The 3-day summit began today with the theme Partnerships for Accelerating Sustainable Development and Climate Solutions. It is the annual flagship multi-stakeholder convening organized by the Energy and Resources Institute. Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Randeep Jaiswal stated that this visit will add further momentum to the strong and growing multifaceted relationship, including in the areas of sustainable development and renewable energy. The Princess Astrid of Belgium, who is on a 3-day tour to India's financial capital Mumbai, visited Rote Mobile headquarters today. The Belgian Economic Mission delegation made presentations by Belgian startups on space and drone tech. A panel discussion on strengthening Indo-Belgian economic ties through technology was also held. Addressing the media, Minister President of Flanders, Matthias, said that there are many sectors of potential collaboration, including universities, semiconductor, skilled workforce between the two countries. Tanmaya Lal, Secretary West, Ministry of External Affairs, met Foreign Affairs Committee members from Sweden's Sveriges Riksdag. Leaders held discussions on India's growth story, rapidly changing geopolitical context, deepening India-EU and India-Sweden partnerships took place. Delhi Minister for Irrigation and Flood Control Parvesh Singh inspected the Yamuna River in the national capital. He said that 1,300 tons of garbage have been removed from the river in the past 10 days. Indian Ministers SP Singh Baghel and Anupriya Patel launched the Model Women-Friendly Gram Panchayat initiative of the Ministry of Panchayati Raj at the National Convention in New Delhi. DRDO successfully conducted high-altitude trials of the indigenous onboard oxygen generating systems based integrated life support system for the LCA Tejas aircraft on Tuesday. India's Union Cabinet, chaired by PM Modi today, approved the development of 12.4-kilometer long ropeway project from Gobind Ghat to Hemkund Sahib Ji in Uttarakhand under National Ropeways Development Program Parvat Mala Pariyojana. Cabinet also approved the revision of livestock health and disease control program with the inclusion of Pashu Aushadhi, a component to help in prevention and control of livestock diseases through vaccination. Indian equity indices ended on a positive note on Wednesday. At close, the Sensex was up by 740.3 points to settle at 73,730.23. Nifty jumped 254.65 points to close at 22,337.3. Indian rupee ended 23 paise higher at 86.96 per dollar on Wednesday. Gold futures maturing on April 4 were priced at Rs 85,978 per 10 grams on the multi-commodity exchange. Silver futures for May 5 maturity stood at Rs 97,457 per kilogram on the MCX. Oil prices steadied on Wednesday after hitting multi-month lows. Brent futures inched 6 cents up to $71.1 a barrel. India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar is visiting London. Minister Jaishankar called on Prime Minister Keir Starmer at 10 Downing Street today, conveying warm greetings of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The two leaders discussed taking forward a bilateral economic cooperation and enhancing people-to-people exchanges. Minister Jaishankar also met Foreign Secretary David Lammy. He thanked Lammy for extending an extremely warm welcome to him at the Chevening House. Minister Jaishankar and Foreign Secretary Lammy met Chevening scholars from India. The Indian minister termed the group as a vivid expression of two countries' talent. US President Donald Trump declared America is back on Tuesday in his first address to Congress since returning to power, hailing his social and economic policies. Trump used Tuesday's speech to talk about securing the US-Mexico border and the executive orders he issued, including deploying military members to the area. President Trump gave Elon Musk and the newly created Department of Government Efficiency a shout-out in his address to joint session of Congress on Tuesday. Trump also announced his plans to implement reciprocal tariffs in the near future on several countries. The US will raise its tariff rate for goods from another country to whatever that country's levies on US products from April 2nd. Trump said Tuesday that Ukraine's leader Volodymyr Zelensky has told him Kyiv was ready for talks with Russia and a US minerals deal days after White House clash. Democrats accused Trump of causing up to dictators. In a rebuttal, Democratic Senator Elissa Slotkin calls for a solution to the US's broken immigration system. The Ukrainian leader has called the White House clash regrettable on his post on social media platform X, saying that it did not go the way it was supposed to be. Zelensky also expressed his willingness to sign a contentious minerals deal which would grant the US access to Ukrainian minerals in exchange for military aid. However, the deal's fate remains uncertain. Belarus President Alexander Lukashenko has offered to host peace talks between Russia and Ukraine, suggesting that US officials could also be involved. British Foreign Minister David Lammy said he had spoken to counterparts in France, Germany, Poland, Italy and Spain about Ukraine and that their determination to strike a peace deal remains clear. Russian drone attack killed one person, knocked out Odessa power for a second day, the regional governor said. The attack also hit an energy facility in Ukraine's southern region of Odessa. Energy firm DTEK said, according to the officials, it was the fourth attack on the region's energy infrastructure in 2 weeks. Russia claimed on Tuesday that its forces had struck Ukrainian military sites, while Ukraine on the same day reported downing Russian drones amid ongoing clashes along the front lines. The Russian Defense Ministry said its forces struck key Ukrainian military targets, including military airfield infrastructure, ammunition depots, and electronic warfare base stations on Tuesday. In northwestern Pakistan, a suicide bombing tore through a security installation on Tuesday, killing at least 13 civilians, 5 soldiers, and injuring dozens. Pakistani police officials said the blast was likely caused by a vehicle laden with explosives. A group affiliated with the Pakistani Taliban claimed responsibility for the attack in Bannu. Leaders of Germany's Conservatives and Social Democrats announced proposals on Tuesday to set up a €500 billion fund for infrastructure and defense spending. Leader of the Christian Democratic Union, Friedrich Merz, said both parties would submit a motion to the Bundestag lower house of parliament next week to amend the constitution. Serbian opposition lawmakers threw smoke grenades and tear gas inside parliament on Tuesday to protest against the government and support demonstrating students. Outside the Serbian parliament building, some others were holding protest with a banner reading "Corruption kills," referring to the death of 15 people due to railway station roof collapse, sparking protests. We are heading for a short break here on DD India. We'll be back with Express News in just a bit. Stay tuned.
Complex issues, hidden agendas, twists and turns, strategic games. We think all dots are linked. We just need to connect them. Join me every week as I connect the dots to unravel hidden designs in statecraft, mysteries, and decode issues that matter to you. Watch Connecting the Dots with me at these times on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching Express News on DD India. A powerful storm is moving across the US and spawning multiple fires and severe thunderstorms with hurricane force wind gusts. At least 2 people have been reported dead due to storm-related incidents. The storm in Texas has led to power cuts in multiple areas. A level 3 of 3 extremely critical fire weather risk is in effect for a large portion of Texas. Tornado leaves path of destruction in Oklahoma's Ada, causing significant damage to structures, power lines, gas lines and trees in area. The tornado lasted for approximately 4 minutes. A massive dust storm swept over swathes of New Mexico, Texas and Mexico on Monday, leaving numerous vehicles stranded and causing multiple accidents. Officially called a haboob, the fast-moving wall of dust and debris prompted New Mexico officials to close parts of multiple interstates as visibility dropped to near zero. South Carolina's National Guard dropped water over a raging wildfire burning in the state. More than 4,000 acres have burned across nearly 200 fires, prompting the governor to declare a state of emergency. Horry County Fire Rescue warned there was a possibility of smoke shrouding the area and significantly affecting visibility. Meanwhile, sprinkler systems were set up to saturate the ground. Australia's east coast braced for a tropical cyclone swirling towards Brisbane. Authorities warned thousands of properties were at risk due to strong winds and flash flooding. Destructive wind gusts of up to 155 km per hour could develop from Thursday afternoon. Tropical cyclone Alfred is expected to cross the coast as a Category 2 storm early on Friday morning. According to Australian weathermen, total rainfall from Alfred could be as much as 800 mm in some regions, more than the average total for March, and could cause life-threatening flash flooding. Thousands of people were evacuated across Indonesia after floods hit the region. Heavy rain is forecast to hit the capital and surrounding cities until March 11. Floodwater swarmed a hospital in the eastern town of Bekasi, forcing the evacuation of patients to other buildings. Rescuers on rubber boats sailed through thigh-high water to evacuate residents. Heavy rains battered the Canary Islands in Spain, flooding streets in Telde on Gran Canaria. The archipelago was included in a nationwide rain alert issued by the Spanish Meteorological Agency. The adverse weather in Spain is expected to persist throughout the week, raising concerns of further disruptions. Residents are advised to avoid unnecessary travelling. Balesa region in India's Union Territory, Jammu and Kashmir, looked stunning as the sun hit it after 2 days of continuous snowfall. The region is covered in a thick blanket of snow after receiving heavy snowfall last week. India Meteorological Department has issued an orange alert for snowfall and heavy rain in Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand and Jammu and Kashmir. Delhi residents woke up to chilly cold winds on Wednesday morning. Snowfall in the mountains is subtly influencing the weather in the plains, bringing light rain and chilly winds to Delhi and its surrounding areas. On Thursday, Delhi is expected to experience misty mornings, warm weather and clear skies. The minimum temperature is likely to be around 13 degrees Celsius, while the maximum could reach 29 degrees Celsius. Cold weather caused power outages in parts of Manali, with the town receiving nearly 1.5 feet of fresh snowfall. The heavy snowfall has damaged power lines, leaving many areas without electricity. Colorful parades, extravagant costumes and a whole lot of celebrations for a period of 4 days. Carnival takes over the south of the Netherlands. This vibrant festival marks the last big party before the fasting period begins. Rio de Janeiro's Carnival, Brazil's biggest festival of the year, dazzled with mega floats, costumes and performances for the flamboyant celebration's 5th day. The Carnival will officially conclude this Saturday. Among the samba schools at the Carnival parade was the renowned Paraiso do Tui, in fact, whose performance told the story of Zika Manikongo, who is historically known as the first transgender woman in Brazil. Revelers danced under the summer sun in Sao Paulo's Carnival during a block party. Blocos de Rua, or street blocks, are essentially mobile parties that parade around the city during the Carnival season. The street parties are characterized by large groups of people following a sound truck or musicians through the streets, often dancing and singing along to samba, funk and other popular Brazilian music genres. Revelers took to the streets of Copacabana dancing to Carnival dance rhythms as part of the Filhos de Gandhi Bloco, a Carnival party created by dock workers in Salvador in 1949. Members of the block wore turbans and white clothing, a lavender perfume and blue and white beaded necklaces. The group has had a significant cultural impact in Brazil and is helping to popularize acts to music genre that originated in Salvador. New Orleans celebrated the end of Carnival season with a colorful and lively Mardi Gras parade. Footage from the Rex organization showed colorful floats and parade participants wearing and tossing beads known as throws. Beyond its cultural significance, Mardi Gras holds considerable economic sway over New Orleans. The festivities contributed nearly $900 million to the city's economy in 2023 alone. Londoners gathered to celebrate Shrove Tuesday at the annual Lively Pancake Day races in London. The event marked its 21st anniversary. Teams of 4 in costumes raced while tossing pancakes in steel frying pans, keeping their outfits intact. Shrove Tuesday is the first day of the season of Lent, the 40-day period before the Christian holiday of Easter. Ted Lasso stars Hannah Waddingham and Juno Temple have been named the first UK duo for Metal's Barbie role models ahead of International Women's Day on March 8. Fashion models, pop icons and film stars sashayed past the pyramids of Paris Louvre Museum to attend a gala dinner. Guests included K-pop singer Jisoo, American rapper Doechii and actors Michelle Yeoh and Keira Knightley. Paris Fashion Week runs through March 11 and features a mix of some of the world's biggest brands including Chanel, Hermes, Louis Vuitton and Saint Laurent. Christian Dior creative director Maria Grazia Chiuri presented a lineup of ruffled styles for the French fashion house's fall-winter runway show. Models wore sharp-tipped boots, tailcoats with knee-high socks. Akshay Kumar and Katrina Kaif's classic romantic drama Namaste London is set to return to theatres. The movie will re-release on March 14. New Zealand are taking on South Africa in the second semi-finals of the Champions Trophy in Lahore. Winner to face India in Sunday's final. Earlier on Tuesday, Virat Kohli played a magnificent knock to guide India to victory by 4 wickets against Australia in the first semi-finals in Dubai and seal berth in final. India restricted Australia to 264 runs. In reply, India chased down the target in 48.1 overs to seal the win and storm into the finals. India head coach Gautam Gambhir termed his side's 4-wicket win over Australia in the semi-final as a flawless performance, adding that its chase of 265 runs against Australia was perfectly executed. Australia star batter Steve Smith has announced his retirement from one-day internationals on Wednesday. The middle-order batter's final appearance in ODIs came in the Champions Trophy semi-final against India in Dubai, in which he topped scored for Australia with 73 in a losing cause. UP Warriors face Mumbai Indians in a must-win match in their Women's Premier League match on Thursday. Kolkata Knight Riders captain Ajinkya Rahane has credited his success in the Indian Premier League and domestic T20s to playing fearless cricket while remaining calm. Indian table tennis star Sharat Kamal announced on Wednesday that he will retire from professional table tennis after competing in the upcoming WTT Star Contender in Chennai. LeBron James became the first player in NBA history to score 50,000 career points on Tuesday. James extended his lead as the league's all-time record scorer by reaching a milestone tally that may never be surpassed. Real Madrid claimed a small edge on Atletico Madrid with a tight 2-1 win in the first leg of UEFA Champions League 2024-25 last 16. Arsenal thrashed PSV Eindhoven 7-1 in the first leg of their Champions League last 16 tie on Wednesday. Lille snatched an equaliser in the 1-1 draw at Borussia Dortmund in the first leg of their Champions League last 16 tie on Tuesday. Liverpool manager Arne Slot said referee Michael Oliver should set a better example after telling him he has to be blamed if Liverpool fail to win the Premier League. Premier League leaders Liverpool will face Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League last 16 on Wednesday. That's it in the Express News for now. News and updates will continue. You keep watching DD India.